to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll continue with roll call.
Rehnquist.
Here.
Lange.
Here.
Merrill.
Here.
Clausen.
Here.
Murin.
Here.
Moaning.
Here.
Faust.
Here.
File.
Here.
Okay, under action items, I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as provided you.
I'll make the motion, Your Honor.
Second.
Motion with a second to approve the consent agenda. Please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative.
Okay, and next would be approval of the full agenda.
Make a motion, Your Honor.
Second.
A motion with a second to approve the full agenda. Again, if you will please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative.
Okay, jumping right into a public hearing and related actions. It's first on the agenda is the consideration of ordinance number 5411 that would be amending the city's comprehensive plan from single-family residential to mixed use on property located at 107 North Cottonwood or 210 Brosh Avenue. Ordinance number 5411 passed on the first reading at the July 5th, 2016 City Council meeting and on second reading at the July 18th, 2016 City Council meeting. I would ask for a motion for that consideration.
Your Honor, I would offer ordinance number 5411 on third reading.
Second.
All right, we have a motion with a second, and since this is third reading, I'm going to ask that you vote.
Voting in favor of ordinance 5411 on third reading, council members Rehnquist, Lange, Merrill, Clausen, Murin, Faust, File. Voting against the motion on third reading, council member Moaning. Ordinance 5411 carries on third reading.
All right. And next would be consideration of ordinance number 5412, which is approving the zoning change from R3, multiple family residential, to OD on the property located at 107 North Cottonwood or 210 East Brosh Avenue. Ordinance number, again, 5412, was passed on first reading in July 5th council meeting and on second at the July 18th city council meeting. So again, if I could have a motion.
Your Honor.
I'll make a motion for consideration of ordinance number 5412 on third reading.
Second that, Your Honor.
All right, we have a motion with a second.
Your
Thank you.
Honor, if I may, I just have a brief comment.
No.
We have
We can't.
no discussion at all?
There's no
I knew
discussion
there was no
allowed.
public discussion. No
No
discussion at all.
discussion.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, I would ask for your vote.
Voting in favor of ordinance 5412 on third reading, council members Rehnquist, Lange, Merrill, Clausen, Murin, Faust, and File. Voting against the ordinance on third reading, Councilman Moaning. Ordinance 5412 carries on third reading.
Okay. Moving along then to the regular agenda would be consideration of ordinance number 5421, which removes the current section 2.51 smoking policy of the city code and adds section 14-233 tobacco use on city property, prohibiting the use of tobacco in public buildings, and includes a prohibition of all tobacco and alternative nicotine in all alternative nicotine products in the specified area of the city facilities and parks. I'm looking for a motion for consideration of 5421.
I'll make the motion, Your Honor.
Second that, Your Honor.
Okay, we have a motion with a second. Is there anyone speaking to this that wants to, you can? A short little
Yeah,
dissertation.
What we've got, excuse me. Yes, Mayor, what we have here is really a little bit of a reorganization and a redefinition that expands what had been the smoking prohibition to include, make it clear that that extends to the vapor products. So it includes vaping. It also includes chewing tobacco. The other thing that it does is that it sometimes there's questions where people will go out and they'll stand right at the door outside of a public building and smoke or whatever. And so what this talks about is this talks about that within 20 foot of the within 20 foot of the building.
Okay. Any questions on that at all? Again, it's just kind of giving some clarification and further detailed information. Okay, if no further discussion? Y'all okay with that? All right, how about a short title, Beth?
An ordinance of the City of Norfolk, Nebraska to repeal Section 2-51 of the official city code to enact Section 14-233 of the official city code to regulate tobacco use on city property, to provide when this ordinance shall be in full force and effect, and to provide for publication of this ordinance in pamphlet form.
And with that, please vote.
All council members present voting in the affirmative, ordinance 5421 carries on first reading.
Your Honor, I move we suspend the rules and pass ordinance 5421 on second and third reading.
Second.
All right, we have a motion with a second to suspend the rules and pass ordinance number 5421 on second and third. If no further discussion, again, please vote.
All council members present voting in the affirmative, ordinance 5421 carries on second and third.
Okay, and with that, next on the agenda is a request for closed session to discuss and update elected officials on the potential religious land use and Institutionalized Person Act litigation. So with that, if I could have a motion to go into closed session to discuss such.
I'll make the motion.
Second, Your Honor.
Okay, we have a motion with a second. I need you to please vote.
All council members present voting in the affirmative.
Okay, with that, the motion is carried. The closed session is to discuss and again, update elected officials on the potential religious land use and Institutionalized Persons Act. We will go into where are we going? Into the training room, okay?